What is going on, guys? It's Knives here, and today I have completed 2 weeks of dry January. So first up, ignore this, I've just finished work and I feel kind of shit, so just deal with it for now. So yeah, it's been 2 weeks without a single sip of any kind of alcohol whatsoever. The last time that I did this was December 2022 before my surgery, so basically for a whole year and a bit, I've not been more than like 3 days without one single beer. So yeah, this is week 2. If you want to hear about week 1, go and watch this video here. That's got all the emotional sort of shit of why I'm doing this in there. I'm not going to be talking about that today. So 2 weeks, it's not really been that difficult, I don't think. I'm not going to say that I haven't thought about beer, because I think about beer pretty much every second of every day and how I can't have it, which I know is not healthy, but you know, that's kind of one of the reasons why I'm doing this. But yeah, it's been 2 weeks and it's really not been that difficult. I've noticed this week at work in particular, I haven't really struggled at all. Like, I've not been bothered. I've obviously been pulling pints and stuff and thinking I could have one of these, but I know in my head that I'm not going to. I've been having dreams. I know this is going to sound really weird, but I've been having dreams where I've been out to like pubs and stuff and I've had a pint. And in my dream, I'm like, what the fuck am I doing? Why have I just had a pint? Like, oh, well, I've fucked it up now. Like, I can't. Why have I done this? And then I'll wake up and I'll be like, what the fuck was that about? Like, I didn't drink, I haven't drank, that was a weird dream. But yeah, so I think I've had like 2 or 3 of those dreams, and every time I wake up, I'm just kind of like, that was weird. I don't know whether it's bothered me more at home or at work, because when I'm at work, obviously I'm busy and everybody's drinking and stuff, but the way that I hear people talk about dry January and being like, oh, well, I couldn't do it, blah, 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 I did, like 2 days, ha, 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 you know, all these big blokes being like, oh, you know, dry January, fuck that, blah, blah, blah. But in my brain, I'm just thinking it makes me want to do it even more, because I don't want to end up like them cunts in my pub, honestly. If I end up like that, I'm just going to kill myself. Let's be straight up. I don't want to end up like that. So work is more motivation for me, and when I'm at home, I can smoke as much weed as I want, so that's not really been bothering me too much. Like, when I smoke, I don't drink as much anyway, hence why, like, on an afternoon, I'll have, like, 2, 3, maybe 4 beers, and I'll smoke a couple of bowls, and then I'll stop and I'll be good. When I'm at work, once I start, even though I only have 3 pints when I'm at work, I find it difficult to not, like, I always want more. I make sure that when I'm at work, I have my first pint halfway through my shift. So, say, I think the longest I do is like 5 hours, which isn't a lot, but it's boring, so it feels like a lot longer. Gets to 2.5 hours into my shift, and that's when I would pull my first pint, because then I know in my brain that by the time I finish, I've only got time to have 3, 4 max. So, again, that's the way that I think when I'm drinking and I'm at work. I work in a pub, so like it might sound weird drinking at work, but it's just the environment, you know, you're there and you think, fuck it, why not? Whereas when I'm at home, I don't know, like it's almost harder, because I've got a crate of like 24 Budweisers that I got for my birthday in my pantry right now. I don't have a pantry in this house, I don't know why I said that. In the cupboard under my stairs. Yeah, they're in there and they're chilling. I had 8 of them in the fridge on New Year's Eve, and then on January 1st I took them back out the fridge, put them in the box, because out of sight, out of mind. But it's not out of mind, because I know that they're there. But I have like quite a few alcohol frees in. I've been drinking this Days Pale Ale, which I don't really like. It's one of the worst alcohol frees that I've tried. Like, it's really, really not good, but I bought them, so I've got to drink them. I'm not going to waste them. But yeah, listen, I know my shit about alcohol-free beers. I've tried a lot of them, and I don't mind drinking them at all. In fact, I don't mind an alcohol-free beer. I can't speak. Like, I haven't smoked since... When did I smoke? I think it was about 11:30 or something like that, and it's currently 20 to 8, so no, I haven't smoked, and I can't get my words out the way that I want them to. But yeah, I don't mind drinking alcohol-free beers. Sometimes I prefer that. Usually, when I'm at home, I'll get alcohol-free beers in for my days off, and then when I'm at work, I'll have a few pints when I'm at work, which is not good. I've tried it the other way around. it works out even worse than that. So that's how I tend to do it. But I will say, over this past 2 weeks of not drinking, I don't feel bloated anymore. Like the first week I did, and then somewhere around the beginning of the second week, the bloating's just kind of gone away. I feel lighter. I don't know how much I weighed on January 1st. I didn't weigh myself. I probably should have, but I didn't. The scales say that I've lost weight from the last time that I weighed myself, which was, I don't know, sometime in November, I think. So I'm going to take that as a win. I feel, my stomach feels flatter. I don't know if I've lost a lot of weight, but I would say that definitely at least 1 pound, which doesn't seem like a lot, but I haven't changed anything about the way that I was, living throughout December. I haven't been back to the gym yet, which is annoying. I've done a couple of home workouts, which is better than not doing anything. Like I've got a bench and I've got some weights and stuff, so I can pretty much do my gym workouts at home. But when you're in the gym, it feels better. I don't know why that is. It just does. So yeah, that's kind of annoying, but I feel like it might just be because the bloating's gone on, in all honesty, but I do feel like I'm a little bit lighter, which makes sense because if you think about it, say a pint of Coors is about 180 calories, give or take. It might be like 250 or something, but I'm going to say 180. I don't know why I've got that number in my head, but let's just say 180. Times that by 3, and that's what, like 1, 2, 3, 8, 16, 24, 540 calories. So 540 calories every shift, 4 days a week, is like, what's that? 2,160, is that right? I think it's about 2,160 or something like that. Do the math if you want to, but that's like not quite 2,000 less calories a week because I've been drinking alcohol-free beer, but alcohol-free beer has significantly less calories than regular beer. So from just doing that and not really focusing on my diet at all, not really working out, but trying a little bit, I feel like I've lost a little bit of weight. Nothing significant, but at least 1 pound, and 1 pound is better than no pounds. The last time that I tried to go sober for a month, I made it to 2 weeks. I'm not sure if it was like 2 weeks and a day or 2 days or something like that, but I just remember making it to the 2 week mark and it all went south for some reason. I don't know, maybe it was because I wasn't drinking, smoking weed, or vaping at all. I was completely cold turkey everything, and my brain just went, I can't not have anything, I need something. The addict part of me. But yeah, I don't quite know what happened. I can't remember, if I'm being honest with you, but it got fucked off. So I think it was probably me telling myself that I could, I don't know, taste the guest beer and not have a pint, or just have 1 pint of the guest beer to see what it's like, and then 1 turns into 2, turns into 3, turns into no more than 3 when I'm at work. But you know what I'm talking about. Like it's I didn't want to have any, and I fucked it up. So now I'm very, very conscious about that in my brain, that now I'm at the 2 week mark, I cannot fuck this up. I can't. I'm not doing it. I was talking to my boss very briefly, like she was sat drinking with the regulars, and obviously I was working, so I was behind the bar and they sat at the bar. We were talking about it, and I think she said something like she was going to try and do it while she was sat there with a pint of Coors, and she was like, oh well, I made it a couple of days and then I fucked it off, blah blah blah. And people around the bar were just like, yeah, blah blah blah, dry January, blah. And then Erica was like, oh, are you still doing it? Because I had a pint glass of Heineken that had 2 bottles of Heineken Zero in it, but she didn't see me pour them. She just saw the pint of Heineken behind me, and she was like, oh, are you not doing it anymore? And I was like, yeah, I'm still doing it. That's 2 bottles of Heineken Zero in a pint glass, because honestly, it feels like I'm having a pint. Like, the environment that it is, it's like a old man's, really old-fashioned British pub, so when you're doing dry January, or you're drinking an alcohol-free, or even drinking like pop or something, coffee behind the bar, the old men are like, oh, you're not drinking today, blah 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 blah. If you're drinking, there was a guy who came in with his son, and his son had an alcohol-free Copperberg, And the way he was talking to me at the bar, this guy was like, oh, he's drinking, fucking popping, bro, what's the point? And I didn't say anything back, obviously, because I can't be bothered with that. But that's their attitude towards it. And that just makes me want to do it even more, because, like, I'm not like them. They know I'm not like them. Just look at me and you'll see that I'm not like them. But, yeah, it's really, like, in the forefront of my mind now that I don't want to be there forever. I don't want to end up like them, and I don't want to just drink every day for no reason. Like, it just seems so stupid to me. And I know that as soon as January is over, I'm gonna have a beer on February 1st. I've already made my mind up about it, but the way that I'm gonna do it is I'm not gonna wake up on February 1st. I think it's a Thursday, I've already looked, and then just go hammer those 24 bottles of bud. That's not how I want to do it. What I would like to do is go out and, even if we go to our favourite little, like, spot and have 1 or 2 beers and then come home, that's chill. Or if we go out and have a meal and I have a couple of beers with dinner, that's how I want to go about it. Like, I don't just want to go, oh yeah, February 1st, fuck it, and down them all, like, because I would do that. I know for a fact that I would, and it wouldn't end well, and I wouldn't feel good about it. So I'm like I said, I'm not stopping drinking. This is not the point of this. The point of this is to really get a handle on what I'm drinking and how much, and be mindful of it. That's what I want to get out of this, because before it's just like, oh, I'm going to work, I'm here, I'm gonna have a pint, fuck it, throw it back. Oh, I'm at home now, it's my day off, I'm gonna have a beer, fuck it, throw it back. And I don't want to drink stuff that I don't really care for anymore, like, just generic lagers. If I'm in a pub and they only sell generic lagers, I'll have one of those, but I don't want to think in my brain, I want a beer, any beer will do, because it won't. And then when I end up with, like, I don't know, fucking Stella or something, I'm sat there drinking it thinking, I don't even want this. So when I do drink in future, I'm going to make sure that I actually do want it, and it's not just my brain going, well, this is what you do. It's a Wednesday afternoon, you've done your video, you took the dog for a walk, you've been to the gym, sit down, drink some beers and play a game. That's not, I don't want to fall back into the habit. And now, at the 2-week mark, I'm just very, very aware of it, and I don't want to fuck it up. Like, I'm so determined. I've never done over 2 weeks since before I started drinking. So yeah, keep your eyes peeled for next week's, because it's definitely going to be up there, and it's not going to be an oh I fucked up video. It's going to be I'm 3 weeks, I'm so fucking hype, I've never done 3 weeks in my life, 1 week left to go sort of video. So yeah, like I said, I'm doing this, I'm on this ride, and I'm not getting off until February 1st. So yeah, that's where I'm at right now. That's the end of this video. It's not as long as the last one, but I don't really have as much to say other than it's not been bothering me as much as I thought it would. Some days it does bother me, and these are shit, and they really do not hit the spot like a beer would. So I'm not buying any more alcohol-frees until these are gone, because these will just sit in the fridge and they won't ever get drunk, and that'll be a waste of money. So I'm drinking these. I actually noticed, I think it was not yesterday, the day before, so Friday night, I was making dinner, and in my brain I was like, get one of your alcohol-free beers out, and I just really didn't want it. I genuinely had a hot chocolate instead, which is not something that I would ever do, but I have heard about people who quit drinking. If they have, like, sweets or something, it takes away the alcohol craving, because really it's all just sugar in it. Like, your brain just wants the sugar from it. So yeah, that was one thing that I found. Honestly, in my brain I was like, this is good. I actively do not want the beer, and I am choosing to have a hot chocolate, and it makes me sound like an old man, but, like, that made me happy in a way, because it's not very often at all that I'm like, I don't want a beer. if a beer is there, I'm gonna have a beer whether I want it or not. So that little genuinely not one, I got the beer out of the fridge, I put it on the side, and then I made the hot chocolate and I put the beer back in the fridge. And yeah, that never happens to me ever, so that was something new. But I don't want this to go on forever and ever and ever, so yeah, this has been 2 weeks, 14 days exactly. Tomorrow is day 15, and then, you know, as soon as we hit February 1st, it's the rest of my life. I'm not drinking for the rest of my life, but I want to carry on being mindful. If I come back here next January and I'm like, well, I did dry January last year, and then it all just kind of devolved into chaos for the rest of the year, so we're doing dry January again, it's not what I want to hear. So, you know, future me, I'm looking myself in the eyes right now. Don't fuck this up. But yeah, my body feels lighter, my stomach feels flatter. I don't know if I've lost any weight or not, but I think I feel like I have. So positives all round, really, and that's where I'm going to leave this for today. I don't want it to get super long, so yeah, if you like this video, leave a like, leave me a comment, leave in some support or some hate, I don't really care. Tell me if you're still on your dry January or whether you fucked it off. I just want to know, you know. Subscribe for more videos, come back next week for week 3. We're definitely going to still be sober on week 3. I'm fucking determined to do this. I'm on it, and we've got it, so yeah. Peace.